everyone, this is Wendy, and this is our beginner weight workout. Because we are going to use weights, this workout should only be done 2 to 3 times a week with at least 48 hours in between. I have 2 sets of dumbbells, a lighter pair, and then the next weight up. You'll see when we do upper body exercises how you might want 2 different sets of weights. As you progress, you might go higher, but for right now, just do what feels good. I have my favorite shirt on today. It says, "Today will be amazing." This day and every day can be amazing if you just decide to make it so. So let's do a little warm up and then we'll get on with our workout. We're going to step with our feet about hip width or more apart and just start with loose arm circles around. Trying to get the blood flowing and our shoulder joint warmed up. Remember, when we do this workout today, you can modify it. Make it easier with lighter weights or smaller movements if you need to. Take breaks anytime you'd like. Now circle forward. Good, big arm circles. And most of our exercises are going to be standing upright like this. Feel free to sit in a chair if you need to when we get to the upper body or the arm exercises. Good. Okay, we're going to start with a mini squat. I just want you to sit back a little bit and come back up. Just a little sit and up. Remember, when we do squats, your weight always wants to go backwards. Let me show you here. See, my knees are not going forward. That's not good. We want to sit back and lift and sit back and lift. A couple more little ones. 2 and 1. Good, stand back up. This time I want you to reach up with your arms, push as you gently lift your knees. Lift and lift. Again, trying to get that blood flowing by increasing our heart rate a little bit. Let's go. Reach and reach. 5 more. Here's 4, 3, 2. Good. I want you to bring the arms up and just hold them, Now notice I'm kicking my leg a little bit more. I want you to straighten your leg. See if you can straighten it and then reach. Just reach out so our arms are moving. Good. Trying to lengthen our leg and get a couple more of those muscles in the back of the body ready to go. We've got 4, 3, 2, and march in place for me. Good. Just keep moving here. This is a great way to come back and rest if you need to in between our leg exercises, which we're going to start with. Just give me a few more marches. Here's 3 and 2 and 1. Good. We're going to start with our squats. So legs are a little more than hip width apart. Just like we did in the warm-up, I want you to sit back as if you're sitting in a chair and then lift up real strong. We're going to do 12 repetitions of each exercise. So let's start here with the squat. We go 1 and up, 2. You go down as far as you feel comfortable, as long as your weight is going back into your heels, back toward that chair that's imaginary back there. I think this is 6. We've got 7 and 8, 9. Good. Keep going. 10, 11, and 12. We're going to rest. In between exercises, we're either going to rest or I'm going to do a different exercise that doesn't use the same muscle group. However, for the legs, we're just going to stay here and rest. You can maybe march in place, grab a drink of water, or take a few deep breaths before our next set. Okay. I'm going to wait about 10 more seconds so we can take those legs out wide again, that little wide stance. Get ready for our squats. Hands are wherever you're comfortable. Just remember to push that weight back. We have 12 more. Let's go. Here's 1 and up. On your way up, try to squeeze the back side of your body a little bit more. So we sit back and we squeeze those muscles on the way up. Good. 6 and 7. You're trying your best. Do what you can. Here's 9 and 10. I'm going for 2 more. See if you can. And there was 12. Excellent. Our next exercise is a reverse lunge. Sometimes lunges are a little harder on your knees. If you want to skip this exercise, it's okay. And it is okay to feel your muscles be challenged, like feel like you're actually working. But if you feel pain, especially in a joint, maybe you take a break and try again later, or talk to your doctor if that pain doesn't go away. So in lunges, you can face me, but I'm going to show you. When we step back, one foot goes back and the front foot forward. Just like a squat, we do not want our knee to go forward over the toes. Our body weight's going to go straight down, as deep as you can. So one foot forward, keep your torso straight, and we're going 12 lunges. Here's 2 and 3. Good. Here's 4. Woo. This one you're going to feel a little bit more in that leg, so do what you can. Here's 6 and 7, 8, 9, a few more. You've got this. 11 and 12. Wonderful. Because we're switching legs, we can go to the other side. So the other foot in front. Again, keep your body straight and make your weight go down, not forward over your toes. Let's do 12 lunges here. Here's 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Again, I'm going for 12. You do what you can. If you need to stop a little earlier, that's okay. You can always build your way up to our whole 12 repetitions. Good. Let's do 2 more. Wonderful, there's our lunges. Good. I'm going to do 2 sets of each exercise as I mentioned. So we're going to go back to the other leg. Let's do that lunge with the other leg forward again. Nice tall torsos. Let's lunge 10. Oh, we've got 12. Here's 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Try to keep your back straight the whole time. Here's 3, 2, and last one. Wonderful. Let's switch. Other foot in front. Same position. Tall torso. Let's go. There's 1 and 2, 3. Every once in a while, check yourself out. Make sure that knee's not going forward over the toes. Is my back straight? Then you're doing great. Whew. I'm saying this is 8 and 9, 10, 11, and 12. Wonderful. I bet you're feeling those legs right now. Doing a great job. If you need to take a break, now's a good time. But I am going to go on to do 2 more leg exercises. If that was enough for you, maybe you want to fast forward and build your way up to these next 2. So we're going to do a variation of the squat to add a little lateral movement, that's side to side. So for the squat, we're going to go to one side. We're going to squat and then come back to center. We're going to repeat that on the same side 12 times. So join me. We're going to squat side, bring it back together, and then back again. 3, 4. Still sitting back in your imaginary chair and then standing straight up. Good. Here's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Of course, we have to do the other side. So same movement, a lateral squat. Let's get ready and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sit back each time. 8, 9, 10, almost there, 11, and 12. Good job. But you know, we have to do another set, 2 sets of each exercise. So catch your breath. Maybe march those feet. Okay, and again, you can grab a drink of water anytime you want. We're going back to this side. Here we go. Side, together, side, together. Sit back, stand up straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Wonderful. Getting ready for the other side. Our same lateral squat, 12 times. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Wonderful. That's it for our squats. So we're going to do one more exercise that incorporates the legs, but it starts to bring the upper body into our workout also. So I'm going to grab my heavier set of weights. Maybe those are 5 pounds for you. Maybe they're 8 pounds. You just kind of play around with it and see what feels good. Okay. We're going to perform an upright row, which incorporates some of our back and shoulder muscles along with the lower body by using a plie with it. In a plie, I want you to step a little wider than a squat. Notice my toes are pointed outward, but I just want you to step out and let those toes point however they naturally go. Don't force your toes out wide if they don't want to go that way, okay? But it is wider than a squat. This is very important. We need to keep our back straight throughout this exercise. So we're going to let the weights fall down between our legs. We're going to then pull them up to the armpits or shoulders as we stand up straight. That's our plie with an upright row. 12 times, let's go. Here's 1 and 2. Remember, the torso stays straight. Try to keep your back tall. Here's 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Great job. We're going to do one more set in a moment. And on this set, I want you to focus a little bit more on the muscles we're using. In the plie, when you come up, I want you to squeeze those inner thighs a little bit, okay? The inside of your legs as you come up. And when you lift the weight up here, squeeze the shoulder blades together, okay? So let's do our second set, focusing more on those muscles. Let's go. Down and up. Squeeze the inner thighs right there, and squeeze the shoulder blades together right there. Good. By thinking about the muscles you're working, you actually work a little harder. So let's focus. And 7, 8, 9, almost there, 10, 11, and 12. Wonderful, good job. Now's a great time to get a drink. We're going to start focusing more on the upper body, the arms and the back, even into the chest a little bit. Again, I'm doing 2 sets. If this is your first time doing weight training, I recommend only doing 1 set of each, taking a break when we do the second set, okay? Then build your way up when you feel comfortable, when you're ready for that challenge. You can try the second set. So let's see. Rows are next. I'm going to do a single arm so we can focus a little bit. And again, I'm using my heavier weight. You have a couple options here. You can bring a chair bring a chair into your workout for some support. Because on this one, we want to lean forward a little bit. So if you're using the chair, you'd hold on to it here. And with a straight back, we want to bend at our hips. Lean over and pull the weight up. This is a row. So let's do this right here 12 times. We go up 1. We go up 2. Now your neck is part of your back, so try not to keep your head down, but also don't look up too much, okay? Keep that neck nice and straight, along with the rest of your spine. Let's do 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. We're going to switch sides. Now again, you can use the chair. If you want to, you can just use your body weight if you feel comfortable. But again, we need to bend at the hips. Let's do the other arm. Here's 1, 2, keeping that neck straight. 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice my knees are bent quite a bit. 9, 10, 11, and 12. For a second set, we're just going to repeat those on your chair or on your leg. Now remember, this is for the upper back. So squeeze that shoulder blade. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, focusing on the upper back muscles, bending at your hips. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're halfway there, 7, 8, knees are bent, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Other side, with or without that chair. Same idea, let's squeeze around that shoulder blade. Ready? And pull. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good job, good job. Okay, I'm going to show you another exercise. When I say push up, I don't want you to whine. I've got lots of modifications so that all of us can do a push up. Okay. You can actually do a push up on your furniture. Just make sure it's stable. Folding chairs are not the most stable, but it's what I have. And I'm pretty careful about how I do it. But if you use furniture, make sure it's a strong, stable piece of furniture. Maybe a couch or an armchair. When you do push-ups, you can be on that furniture, and this is a bit narrow too. You can be on that furniture and do a push-up like this, okay? You can be against a wall and do a push-up, okay? And then of course, we have modifications on the floor. You can do a push-up on all fours. Here, my knees are hip-width apart, and my wrists, elbows, and shoulders are all in alignment. And we just push down. Okay. Then you can do a push-up on your knees with a straight back, down and up. And when you feel like you really want to challenge, maybe try a few on your toes. Okay? For our workout today, we're going to do 12 push-ups in any position you want. So get ready with me. For this set, let's make sure our arms are wider than shoulders, okay? So 12 push-ups, let's go. 1 and 2. Make sure your back stays straight the whole time, including that neck. 6, 7. You've got this. Do as many as you can. 2 more. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, if you're in the middle of a set and it gets hard, maybe you make a modification. If you're on the floor, maybe come up to the wall and finish the set on the wall. Or maybe you just need to rest for 2 or 3 of the push-ups and then join me again and finish off the set. Most of the time, we can progress if we just try maybe a few at a time. So that'd be a great thing to do, especially with these push-ups. Do a few, rest, do a few more, and over time, add on to those, and you'll get stronger, I guarantee it. So we have another set. Are you ready for this? Let's do it. 12 more, let's go. So my spine is straight. I'm on my knees, but I'm still doing the work. As long as you're still moving your body, you are working. And that's the most important thing. Okay, I've lost count. That might be good for you because I'm stopping right there. Wonderful job. We're going to stand back up. Let's see our next exercise. We're going to focus on our arm muscles, beginning with the triceps, the back of the arm. Our first exercise, I'm going to say, pick a pair of dumbbells. It's called a tricep kick back. Your arms need to come up and they're going to stay in place. The only thing that's going to move is your elbow joint. Okay? You want to lean forward just a little bit, and as you lean, hinge at your hips. And even though I'm going to be looking at you, I want you to keep your head forward. Again, align your neck with the rest of your spine. So let's pull our elbows up, and we're going to push back and forward. 12 of these. 3. Every time you do this, I want you to squeeze the back of your arm. Up there on the top, back side of your arm are your tricep muscles. That's what we want to work right here. So squeeze right there every time. 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Wonderful. We're going to keep the dumbbells to do an arm curl. Because you're standing up, I want you to keep your back straight. Tuck your tummy in a little bit, and your knees are soft. With your elbows to your side, all the way up and down with the dumbbell is an arm curl. Let's go. We've got 1, 2. Again, we want to go all the way up and all the way down. Get that full range of motion. Is your back straight? Good. Make sure your knees are soft. We don't want to lock out those knees. 2 and 1. Wonderful. A shoulder exercise. Right on top of the shoulder and a little bit in the front is what's going to be emphasized in this front raise. Same position as the arm curl. Knees are soft, but the back is straight. We're going to keep the elbows soft on this one also because the arms are going right here to front. So notice my arms are straight, but my elbows aren't locked out. Join me for 12 of these. Here's 1, 2. Now, if these get difficult, you can modify. Make it just a little bit easier by doing 1 at a time. So there's a modification. Or you can continue with both. Arms up, arms down. Here's 10, 11, and 12. Wonderful. Modifying is not a bad thing. You're still moving, and in time we can progress. So don't be afraid to modify the exercises. Now, because we're doing 2 sets, we're going to go back to the top of those arm exercises, starting with the tricep kickbacks. Elbows are up, knees are bent a little, and we're hinged at the hips. Press back with me. Here we go. Again, try to keep the neck straight. I'm going to face this way so my neck stays a little bit straighter. Good. And squeeze the back of your arm every time you straighten, right there. 7, 8, getting stronger arms, and even helping our shoulder joint a little bit. 11 already, and that was the last one. Good. We're back to the arm curls. Let's go. Up 1, 2, all the way up, all the way down. Straight back and soft knees. 6, 7. Again, you can always do one at a time. If this helps you finish without taking a break, this works. Let's do 2 more. 2 and 1. Awesome. Back to the shoulder exercises. I forgot to mention, you might want to grab lighter weights for the shoulder exercises. That muscle is a little bit smaller, the muscle we're trying to emphasize here, so it might be a little harder. Feel free to grab a lighter weight. Otherwise, we're beginning. Let's go. Up and down. Up and down. Good. 3. Soft elbows, but my arms are pretty straight. Soft knees. And a tall, long back. This should be 10, 11, and 12. Great job. So that was 2 sets of those exercises. If you're a beginner, now's a good time to fast forward to our abdominal and back exercises. But if you've been doing some strength training already, I'm going to do another set for the arms. Feel free to join me. We're going to start with a tricep exercise overhead. I would probably grab a medium weight because we're using both hands. We're going to grab the weight here, lift the arms straight overhead, and we're going to try to go down as far as you can and up all the way. If this bothers your shoulder joint, go back to a tricep kickback, okay? With a lot of these exercises, you just need to try it, see what it feels like. Again, feeling a little uncomfortable, feeling in your muscles is okay, but pain, especially in your joints, you should try something else. So I'm going to stand up nice and straight. My elbows are coming down and up, down and up. If you haven't joined me, join me, because this is number 3 and 4. Just like the kickback, straighten those arms. Push with those tricep muscles. Keep those knees soft. 8, 9, and very important to keep a straight back here. And 12. Great. Now we're going to go back to 2 dumbbells. Just a different variation of the arm curl. This time my palms are starting in at my sides, and I'm going to rotate up to touch the shoulders. Then rotate back to the side of the thighs. Let's go. Up and down. Up and down. Always a straight back when we're standing. It helps to pull your stomach muscles in a little bit. That'll help straighten out your spine. And again, knees are soft, never locked out. Good. All the way up and down. 2, last one. Wonderful. Another shoulder exercise. This time, we're going to take those arms to the sides. Probably a little harder than the first set, but let's try it. Strong, straight back, soft knees. Let's go. Up and down. Up, just like the last set. My arms are pretty straight, but I'm keeping my elbows soft. And try not to go over the shoulder any higher than your shoulder. And if you're only right here for now, that's okay. We all have different ranges of motion. Just try to do what you can. We're going to strengthen those shoulders one way or another. Let's do 2 more. And 1. Wonderful. So repeating those exercises. Start with the overhead extension. Remember this one right here. Okay? Join me for 12. There's 1, 2. As I mentioned before, you want to keep a straight back. When we go overhead like this, sometimes we have a tendency to arch our back, but that's a no-no. Try not to arch your back. Keep it nice and straight. I think we have 3 more. 2 and 1. Wonderful. Okay, grab that other weight for the rotating arm curls. Palms to your side. Let's rotate up and down. Here's 2 already. You've got this. 3, 4. It's okay if you're starting to feel a little tired. That just means you're working. So try to keep going. 7, 8, 9. Keep that full range of motion. 10, 11, and 12. Great. Now for our last arm exercise, those side raises. Straight arms with soft elbows. Let's go out and down. Up strong and back down. 3, 4. With each one of these exercises, you're getting stronger. So hang in there. You are making a difference. Here's 7. Remember our modification. If you're getting tired, you can do 1 arm at a time. You're still moving. You're still strengthening those muscles. That's the best part. Let's go. You know what? Let's do 1 more. Come on, right here. Wonderful. And that's it for the upper body exercises. Woo. Okay, I'm going to do some exercises for the core, primarily the abdominal muscle group and the lower back. These can be done on the floor with a mat, so if you want a mat, grab your mat right now. They can also be done in a chair, so I'm going to show you both ways to do this. I'm just going to start with a basic curl or crunch. If you're on the floor, it's just like this. Okay? That's your floor variation. If you're not comfortable on the floor, you can sit in a chair to do this. If you're sitting in a chair, feet are flat on the floor. Arms are up, just like a crunch. If you're on the floor, join me right now. Everybody's crunching right here. So no matter where you're at, chair or floor, it's about squeezing and activating those abdominal muscles. So every time you bend, I want you to tighten your stomach. And if it helps, I always tell people, imagine someone's punching you in the stomach. What happens? You tighten those muscles, and it forces you to push that air out. That's what you want, tight muscles, and push that air out. Let's just do 1 more. Good. That's your basic crunch in the chair or the floor. A variation of a crunch, just to incorporate a little more torso movement, is a rotating crunch. Arms are going to be up the same. If you're on the floor, it's just like this. Now, it's important when we do this that you keep your elbows back. I don't want this, okay? We're not twisting the neck and the shoulder joint. We're working the abdominals. So try to keep elbows back a little bit and the head and neck straight. We're gonna alternate sides. So go one side, back down, other side. So you're either sitting up or going down to the floor, then rotating toward the opposite thigh. Over and back, over and back. You're gonna feel this a little differently. Maybe into the sides, maybe into your back. All of that is okay, as long as you don't feel pain. We're gonna do a few more of these. How about 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Now, if you're on the floor, we're going to do a lower back exercise. We will do it in the chair also, so hang in there. If you're on the floor, we're just going to lift the arms to the side. My feet and legs are planted on the ground. All I'm doing is lifting my torso or chest off the floor, like this. That's our back extension on the floor. If you're in the chair, you're going to sit to the edge of your chair with, again, your feet planted on the floor. Arms are going to come to the chest. You're going to go back as far as you feel comfortable and come forward. Now, you will feel this in your stomach muscles also, but your back muscles are working to control this movement too. So wherever you are, let's do this exercise. We're going to go 1, return to a straight position, 2. And like some other exercises, you want to keep your neck straight, just like your back. If you're sitting in the chair, very important to keep your back straight. And if you're on the floor, try to get that chest off the ground. You're lifting, being strong and strengthening your muscles. Everybody has a few more. Let's keep going. 2. And last one. Wonderful. Now, if you would like a little more for the core, I say rewind and do those 2 exercises again. The abdominal crunch with the rotation, and then be sure to do a back exercise also. Good. If you're done, as I am, let's do a few stretches. Let's stand up. And you can have your chair close by because you might want your chair for the first stretch. I'm going to start with a thigh or quadricep stretch. There is the typical stretch. If you need a modification, you can grab the back of your shoe or your pant leg, or place your foot on your chair. As long as you're straightening the front of your leg, we're stretching the quadriceps a little bit. Okay, that's our goal, to stretch the front of the leg. So wherever you're at, hold for about 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs. Same stretch. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm holding on to my chair too for balance. So you don't have to balance this out. You can hold on to the wall. You can hold on to a piece of furniture. Whatever you need to do to make sure you stretch your body out. We have about 4 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now you're going to stand with your feet about hip width apart. You're going to try to touch those toes, okay? Go down as far as you can. Stay right there. If that's pretty uncomfortable, you can sit in your chair and do 1 leg at a time. We're straightening our leg, not quite locking out the knees. And you can do the other leg also. So this is a stretch for the back side of the body. And this is a stretch for the back side of your body. Primarily the legs, those hamstrings. And we're coming back up tall. Excellent. I want you to open up your chest and push back a little bit. You should feel this right in front of your torso, throughout that chest, and in front of the shoulder joint. We hold all of our stretches about 10 to 15 seconds. If you want to work on your flexibility, spend a little more time doing these stretches. We're going to take our arms forward this time. I'm going to clasp my fingers and reach forward. I'll show you here. You're rounding the shoulder blades to stretch those muscles that we used, especially in the rowing exercise. So reach forward, hold it here a few more seconds. Now I want you to reach straight up. Then drop one arm down and gently push back. If you can't reach over your head, you can be right here. You should feel this probably through your shoulder joint and into your triceps a little bit. We're going to hold this with soft knees. And other arms, same stretch. You could hold right up here overhead, or you can hold down here in front of the body. Either way, just make sure that elbow's bent. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to go back straight up, and this time reach as high as you can. Feel this stretch throughout your entire torso. Reach, reach, and bring it down. Roll your shoulders backwards. So I hope you got something out of this workout. If you did any or all of it, you definitely got something out of our workout. You did an awesome job. Everybody take a deep breath with me. Just breathe in as much air as you can. And when you need to, blow it all out. And do that again. Breathe in deep, 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 deep. Let it all out. Wonderful. Great job, everybody. Have a great, amazing day.